Just the community here, they are absolutely in mourning. They are grieving. They're trying to make sense of everything. It's a really tight-knit community here on the ground in Wilson, where it feels that everybody happens to know everybody. And tonight, they're just trying to make sense of all of what happened, what they say is a very sad and unfortunate situation that didn't have to turn out the way that it did.
Today we're going to be in Wilson, North Carolina, located about 40 miles east of Raleigh, where we're going to be speaking about one man's long-time work to save the youth of his community, all going down the drain in the blink of an eye after being involved in a confrontation. 39-year-old Donta Chestnut is making big moves in his community as the founder of R. Wilson, a nonprofit organization that focused on bridging the gaps and empowering youth through mentorship, education, and community activities. Donta, also the director of the nonprofit R. Wilson, which is located at 501 Nash Street East. The nonprofit's mission is empowering youth to reach their full potential by fostering meaningful connections, providing guidance through mentorship, according to the organization's website. Donta Chestnut is described on the website as having emerged as a true hero, standing tall as a testament to power to spark change. The site would describe him as a prominent leader, entrepreneur, mentor, and advocate, and the visionary who dared to stand against violence and for the greater good. However, sadly, his actions as of September 15, 2025, which was recorded live on Facebook and from another person's phone, would show a totally different person who unfortunately decided to destroy a family. The once beloved 39-year-old Donta Chestnut is now sitting behind bars without a bond. The reason being, he decided to play God. At a home located at 916 Washington Street East, shortly before 2 p.m., multiple people would be shot and 2 people would lose their lives. Donta would go live on his Facebook in a now deleted post that was about a minute and 36 seconds long as he went to that home to try to evict the people who lived there.
There's the police or nothing.
They got to go today. Well, they can record all they want. They can record all they want. They getting out today.
Thank you.
Nah, we got to start packing stuff up today, man. I don't give a damn about your mother. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn about whoever you call, either aid or anything. Y'all got to go today. The thing is, I gave you a place to stay, and you ain't have no place to stay. You know what I mean?
But I pay, no.
What's up with this? No. You all right, man?
What?
All right.
What you mean,
Get them? I'll do. Exactly. No, you stay right out. Y'all got to go today. Y'all got to go today. I don't give a damn about what your lawyer say. What? Huh? Huh? No, they got to go today. Okay. They got to go today. They got to go today. Okay, man.
However, after that video ended, Natasha Sutton's son, 21-year-old Avantae Pender, would be recording from his phone. During that recording, Avantae, however, was not live, and the footage was only released to authorities and news sources because that video would have on it what happened before the people in that home were shot until they were unalive. At some point, Avantae would accidentally drop his phone on the floor during the confrontation. Because the video was too graphic in nature, news sources would release a transcript of what took place from Avantae's phone. They can record all they want, Donta told the people in the house. They're getting out today. Victim Natasha Sutton can be heard on the phone with someone she said was her legal representative. You need to go ahead and report. Wait for the police to come, the person on the phone would tell Natasha. Okay, Natasha says. You can give me a call back, the person on the phone says. Natasha stands near the front door as Avantae, her son, is behind her holding the phone. I know you just heard my lawyer, Natasha tells Donta, who was on the porch just a few feet away. I don't give a damn about your lawyer, Donta tells Natasha. I gave you a place to stay when you ain't have no place to stay. The people stand facing one another and talk through the open front door. You ain't got to do all that, Dante, a man said inside the home. Ain't nobody done nothing to you. Y'all gotta go today. Y'all gotta go today, Dante tells them. A male resident tells Dante, give me a week. Dante repeats, y'all gotta go today. Y'all gotta go today. Okay, a male resident says. It ain't nothing to go back and forth. We ain't had no place to stay, the man says. Another male resident tells Dante, you ain't fixed nothing. Natasha asks Dante where the police were. I ain't worried about the police, Dante tells the resident. The police is coming, right? Natasha asks. Dante repeats that the residents have to go that day. Excuse us, a male resident says. She asks if the police was coming. Dante, you call the police? Another man would say from inside. Natasha moves her foot from inside the house to step onto the threshold of the front door. What makes you think you're not going to leave my spot? Dante asked them. What make you think you was going to get my money and not fix nothing? Natasha responds to Dante. When you took my money, I became your tenant. The only thing you can do is have these lights turned off, which will be okay. So you're going to tell me what you're going to do? Dante replies. I ain't tell you what I'm going to do. I'm telling you what the lawyer said, Natasha will respond. She asked you to fix the stove, so why couldn't you fix the stove? The male resident asked. Natasha tells Dante, yeah, I'm telling you what I am going to do because had you did the little bit of what I asked, we wouldn't be going through none of this. At that moment, the apparent sound of a gun being cocked is audible. Then quickly, shots began. Blurry imagery is captured as the cell phone drops to the floor. During the first 14 shots, the man in the gray suit pointing a semi-automatic pistol as he steps into a side room just inside the home. Who is said to be Dante, stepped out of the room and fired 3 more shots, then 4 more shots in the side room. Victim Tyron Sutton is seen falling to the floor after being pistol whipped by Dante. The sounds of strikes can be heard as Tyron falls to the ground. During the shooting, Dante is seen stepping into another side room. Dante could be seen with a gun in his hand at least 3 times, and the video would capture his face. Dante is heard saying, where you at, N-word? One of the victims, Tiffany Fogg, screams. Glass is heard breaking and items fall to the floor for several seconds. 8 more shots were discarded. Then Dante is seen walking over the dropped cell phone towards the front door. A minute and 20 seconds elapsed from the time Dante entered the house shooting until he leaves. Several more minutes would elapse before a neighbor is seen on the video entering the home asking what happened.
Wilson officers were called to the 900 block of Washington Street for reported gunfire around 2 p.m. Officers say 3 victims were shot: 44-year-old Natasha Sutton, 21-year-old Avantae Pender, and 37-year-old Tiffany Fogg. Police say Sutton and Pender died at the scene while Fogg was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Taking someone's life is never the answer. And realizing that certain consequences.
Chestnut is an anti-gun advocate well known here in the community for founding R. Wilson.
I mean, he was very active. It was a part of his life's work. And so that's goes back again to the children that he worked with. I know that there's a huge hole in their hearts.
Meanwhile, Shatira Barnes is without family members she loved.
Even if Tasha owed money or whatever the case was, that wasn't it. Violence and her death wasn't it. It doesn't really matter if that was my family member or not, it's still wrong.
When he made his first appearance on the 2 murder charges on Tuesday, September 16th, Donta Maurice Chestnut is now being charged with 2 counts each of felony first-degree unaliving and 2 counts of felony attempted first-degree unaliving. Family members were said to be weeping as the Wilson County Sheriff's deputies brought Dante before District Court Judge Tia Taylor. Dante listened as the judge read an arrest warrant charging him with the unaliving of 44-year-old Natasha Sutton, 21-year-old Avantae Pender, the attempted unaliving of 37-year-old Tiffany Fogg, and 46-year-old Tyron Sutton. The fact that this terrible shooting ever took place over evicting someone is very sad to say the least, but it makes it even more disturbing when the person who allegedly pulled the trigger was a community advocate against gun crimes. Dante once was quoted saying, "Don't limit yourself and get recognized as a shooter," but then he turned around and became that shooter. Imagine how all the young people who looked up to him to bring the community together and bridge the gaps feel right now. What message is he sending to so many of the youth whose leader went and executed a family like that? It's a message of confusion, and that if things get hard, you can indeed take a person's life, and that's not okay. Dante started R. Wilson's because his brother was unalive because of a gun crime, and for him to turn around and do what he is accused of doing is disheartening. I really feel bad for the family and what they had to go through, and that he felt the need to do what he did. I also feel so bad for all the young people hurting right now, confused on how their mentor could do something so heinous. Natasha carried more than her share of challenges, yet she showed resilience, grace, and a deep love for her family. She will be remembered for her thoughtfulness, the sacrifices she made, and the love she had for so many. Avantae was only 21 years old, so young, and the father to two young boys that were his entire world, and he was so excited about the future with them, and now that will never happen. This is a very sad and tragic situation all around, and my heart truly goes out to all the people hurting behind this senseless crime. Please don't forget to let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to comment your prayers as well for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.